right, gonna hit some leather today. I'll call it out, you throw. All right, that was good. Definitely making some progress. Listen, you fight like that, you're gonna dominate. Guaranteed. Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you. Don't stop now, you got 30 seconds. Nice, nice. That's how you hit some leather. I want to see your skills right now. Let's get in there and push. You're listening perfectly. Nice work.
Well, they're all chasing the great Demetrius Johnson, but this man believes when all is said and done, he might go down as the greatest flyweight champion of all time. Tonight, a chance to join that elite class and realize his first UFC belt.
Yeah, he's trying to become the champion of the division that has had some really good champions, from Demetrius Johnson to Davison Figueiredo to Brandon Moreno. The list of fantastic champions at flyweight is not very long, but he feels that he can stand atop all those guys by the time his career is done. But it all starts tonight. You got to win in your first opportunity.
And he did tell us this week he felt like the champion at times was ducking him, but the win streak became so long that there was no denying this title shot. Now let's see what he can do with it. All right, folks, doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion making the walk for his latest title defense, and there's a lot of reasons we're sold out tonight. Chief among them, the presence of one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
He's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and he's also one of the greatest flyweights we have ever seen. This guy can do everything inside the octagon. It feels like he was made to be a UFC fighter, from his preparation to his media appearances, to the way that he speaks about himself as the champion. This guy just has it, and that it will carry him to another title defense.
Some people suggested maybe there was an injury coming in, but he certainly muted that noise in our fighter meeting. He says it is all systems go for another title defense tonight. Our tale of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dagir Ulabeka. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, the Ghost.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so here he is, the UFC champion, and this guy is all the rage. Right now, he might be the front runner for the Fighter of the Year, given the fact that he was able to knock out the #1 contender in his last title defense, and to do so emphatically in a fight that a lot of people thought was close on paper is really something that could take his career to the next level. Trying to follow that up here tonight. Most guys have succumbed to his power. We'll see if that holds true yet again tonight. Oh! Huge kick to the head. Oh, man, don't be afraid to raise the guard as another head kick lands. One more here, DC, and we could be having a referee coming in
waving it off. It could be over in an instant if you do not block head kicks. What a phenomenal job by the offensive fighter, setting it up and then throwing that head kick over the top. Nice job setting it up. Good job landing. Great offense.
Ulabeka's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He went high on that one.
Oh, with authority, the body.
Oh, man, these are hard. Another one. Oh, nice combination.
Now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick
right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, the Ghost.
And still UFC flyweight champion. He is the best 125-pounder in the world, and tonight there seemed to be a pretty wide margin between number one and number two.
Yeah, but number one, I mean, he is turning these challengers away like flies. He's a great fighter, man. He's hard to deal with. He does everything top-notch, and he retains his belt.
No pun intended, turning the flyweight contenders away like flies. See why we employ DC. See why we give him the microphone.
I
folks.
wish I knew that I said that.
Heavy bag time. Listen for my instructions. All right? Let's go. You're following directions perfectly. Great job. Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you. Good work, kid. Let's keep hitting the bag and build that strength and power in your punches.
Well, he's just a little guy, but man, can he fight the #1 ranked flyweight contender. This division has really appealed to the fans over the last several years, and this man has made himself undeniable, gets his first title shot in the UFC tonight.
You know, John, these guys are small, but I believe that is one of the most skilled divisions in the entire UFC, and this gentleman has really separated himself from the pack. He has done everything necessary to put himself right on the verge of doing something special. He believes that he's going to get it done tonight. Every part of him believes that he's the best. Now he has to go out and show it.
No man should weigh 125 pounds. I mean, let's be honest, but that is a package of skill and will and grit that looks a whole lot like a future champion. All right, so the road to UFC Golden Glory at 125 pounds goes through this man, and you got to be on in every facet of the game if you're going to dethrone the champion.
Or even give him a challenge. I mean, we have seen him time and time again take fighters who look so good against everyone else and make them look very average. He is just a tremendous athlete. He's a great champion, and he's a guy that with the confidence of that belt feels like he will never get beat.
And for the first time this week, he started talking about guys like you, simultaneous double champions, potentially wants to move up and challenge for a second belt, must defend this one first. Let's see how it goes. And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Mateusz Nicolau. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the World, the Ghost.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion out of the red corner. Many of...
Oh, that hurt him bad. Oh, landed some big shots here. Oh, hurt him again.
Back to his feet. Oh! Well, it's a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability of the guy standing in front of him.
Nicolau.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
And that will do it. All right, we now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 18 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, the Ghost.
All right, so the path to UFC Golden Glory at flyweight still goes through him as he defends the title successfully tonight by way of knockout, and it's going to take a huge effort, I would think, to dethrone this guy at 125 pounds.
A massive effort, and in every title defense, you see his confidence raise, and his ability continues to improve over and over this great title reign.
Okay, heavy bag and heavy punches. You ready? Listen, you keep training like that, and no one will catch you. Great job in there. Your timing is really on point. Your next opponent is not going to be able to keep up with you. That's how we work. This is when we put it all together. Great job. You got 20 seconds. Excellent job today. Better than last time, and it'll be better next time.
right, so tonight we get another look at the recent world title challenger, Brandon Royval, training under the watchful eye of Mark Montoya at Factory X. He was a little bit disappointed in how he fared in that championship setting against Alexandre Pantoja. The buzzword all week had been patience, and perhaps he was a little bit too patient against Pantoja. Came on late in that fight, but was unable to wrest the belt away from the Brazilian. Now he spins it forward, and still conceivably, as the most electric man in MMA, could be a win or two away from getting back to a championship setting, but a huge test in front of Brandon Raw Dog Royval here tonight. All right, here's the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC men's flyweight champion, and thank goodness this division stuck around. This dude's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
I mean, it would have sucked for the division to go away and him not be here. He's so good, and he has shown that regardless of the weight class, you can be exciting, you can finish people, and he continues to put distance between him and his challengers. He knows that tonight is going to be very difficult. He understands that the challenger is really good. But he told us in the fighter meeting, I will keep my belt, and I'm going to keep it for a real long time.
Well, and at times in the past, I remember we talked about this guy's weight cut, his discipline or lack thereof. He has nipped all those issues in the bud. As such, he's the man at 125 pounds. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Brandon Raw Dog Royval. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, the Ghost.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here he is, the UFC champion, and this guy is all the rage. Right now, he might be the frontrunner for the Fighter of the Year, given the fact that he was able to knock out the #1 contender in his last title defense, and to do so, gets back to his feet.
There it is again. Look at that. Oh, right hand.
Some real power shots here.
Now we're going.
Man, not sure if there was a gentleman's agreement for no feeling out. They are getting after it right out of the chute.
No feeling out process. These guys are here to end this fight quickly. Oh, my goodness.
Big left hand.
Ooh. Nice leg kick.
This fight's gonna be over.
What a great way to make some good attack. He didn't stay the corner. He mixed it up. He went high with the corner, thought he was going low. And now he's got him hurt very badly. Man. He's got to grab him. He's got to recover. Oh, there he goes.
That is it.
Oh, my goodness.
We set it inside the octagon for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 55 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, the Ghost.
All right, so the path to UFC Golden Glory at flyweight still goes through him as he defends the title successfully tonight by way of knockout, and it's going to take a huge effort, I would think, to dethrone this guy at 125 pounds.
A massive effort, and in every title defense, you see his confidence raise, and his ability continues to improve over and over this great title reign.
Okay, heavy bag and heavy punches. You ready? Oh yeah, that's how champions train. You're following directions perfectly. Great job. Really impressed with your performance today. Great job. Come on, 30 seconds left. All right. Now that's some sweet science.